The champagne flute shattered against the polished wooden floor of the captain's dining room, its fragments scattering like accusations under the chandelier's glow. I, Olivia, stood frozen as Adriana's hand slipped from mine, her eyes wide with the shock of my impulsive confession that echoed through the murmurs of the elite guests. In that moment, what was meant to be a romantic escape on this luxurious cruise turned into a public unraveling, forcing us both to confront the secrets we'd buried beneath layers of pretense and fear. My mind raced back to how it all started, just hours earlier, as the ship cut through the Atlantic waves off the coast of Florida. I had convinced Adriana to join me on this 7-day cruise, promising it would be our chance to finally breathe freely away from the suffocating gaze of our families back in New York. But deep down, I knew I was running from more than just expectations. I was fleeing the gnawing doubt that our love could survive the real world. Adriana, with her unyielding optimism, had packed her bags with dreams of stolen kisses under the stars, while I carried the weight of unspoken truths. Why did I think a floating paradise could fix what was cracking inside me? As we dressed for the captain's dinner that evening, Adriana twirled in her navy blue dress, her laughter filling our cabin like a melody I desperately wanted to hold on to. "Olivia, this is going to be perfect," she said, her voice laced with that infectious enthusiasm that had drawn me to her 2 years ago in a crowded Manhattan coffee shop. But as I adjusted my red gown, my reflection in the mirror betrayed the turmoil churning within. The letters from my conservative parents, insisting on a proper future with a man they approved of, replayed in my head. How could I tell her that I'd been corresponding with them, promising to end things with her once we returned? The guilt twisted like a knife, but I pushed it down, forcing a smile. "Yeah, it will be," I lied, my heart pounding with the lie's bitter aftertaste. We entered the dining room arm in arm, the air thick with the scent of gourmet cuisine, and the hum of conversations from passengers who seemed worlds apart from our hidden struggles. The captain, a jovial man in his 50s with a salt and pepper beard, welcomed us with a booming voice, seating us at his table alongside a mix of wealthy retirees and young professionals. Adriana chatted effortlessly, her charm disarming even the most stoic guests, while I nodded along, my thoughts a whirlwind. Inside, I battled the voices. My mother's tearful pleas about grandchildren and family legacy, my father's stern warnings about societal rejection. Was loving Adriana worth the exile I feared? Midway through the appetizer course, the captain raised a toast to love and adventure, his words hitting me like a wave. "To the unexpected journeys that change us forever," he proclaimed. Adriana squeezed my hand under the table, her touch a silent affirmation of us. But the pressure built, a dam ready to burst. I couldn't hold it in anymore. As dessert arrived, I stood abruptly, my chair scraping loudly. "Everyone," I announced, my voice trembling but resolute, "I need to share something. Adriana and I, we're more than friends. We're in love." The room fell silent, forks clinking awkwardly. Adriana's face paled, not from shame, but from the realization that I'd outed us without warning, in a space where judgment hung heavy. Whispers erupted like sparks. An older couple across the table exchanged glances, their disapproval thinly veiled. "How lovely," one woman said with forced politeness, but her eyes screamed otherwise. Adriana pulled me aside as the captain tried to regain control, his joviality cracking. "Olivia, what the hell?" she hissed, her brown eyes flashing with betrayal. "We agreed to keep it private until we were ready." My confession, meant to liberate, had instead exposed our fragility. In my mind, I justified it. Better to face the storm now than let it fester. But as we excused ourselves, the weight of those stares followed us down the corridor. Back in our cabin, the argument ignited. Adriana paced, her bobbed hair swinging with each step. "You think this makes us stronger? You just painted targets on our backs," she accused, her voice cracking. I sat on the bed, head in hands, the inner monologue relentless. Why did I do it? Was it courage or cowardice disguised as bravery? The cruise, supposed to be our sanctuary, now felt like a pressure cooker. Adriana's family, immigrants from Italy who clung to traditional values, would disown her if they knew. Mine? They'd cut me off financially, emotionally. Yet here I was forcing the issue. As the night wore on, Adriana softened, sitting beside me. "I love you, Olivia, but this, it scares me." Her words pierced deeper than any judgment from strangers. We talked until dawn, dissecting the fallout. The potential gossip spreading through the ship, the fear of confrontation. But beneath it all, a spark of defiance flickered in me. Maybe this shock was the catalyst we needed. Or perhaps it was the beginning of our end. The ship rocked gently, but my heart stormed, questioning every choice that led us here. The next morning, breakfast in the buffet hall brought the first wave of repercussions. A group of passengers avoided our table, their whispers audible. "Did you hear about those two last night?" one said. Adriana kept her head high, but I saw the hurt in her eyes. Inside, I berated myself. "You've dragged her into your chaos. Why couldn't you wait?" We decided to lay low, exploring the ship's quieter decks, but the tension simmered. Adriana confessed her own doubts. "What if my parents find out? They'll say it's a phase, force me into therapy." Her vulnerability mirrored mine, amplifying the drama. By afternoon, a note slipped under our door. An invitation to a private meeting with the captain. My stomach knotted. Was this discipline or support? We arrived at his office, the sea view mocking our turmoil. The captain, surprisingly empathetic, shared his own story of a gay son. "Love is love," he said, "but discretion saves pain." His words offered solace but also a warning. Leaving, Adriana gripped my hand tighter. "We can't hide forever," she murmured. Yet the seed of doubt grew. Was our love strong enough for the battles ahead? As evening approached, the ship's entertainment buzzed, but we retreated to the cabin. Lying together, not touching intimately but emotionally raw, we pondered the moral maze. Coming out was right, but the timing? Selfish. Adriana's tears wet my shoulder. "I want us, but at what cost?" My inner voice screamed. Fight for her, or let go to protect her. The cruise, once a dream, now tested every fiber of our bond. The second day dawned with a deceptive calm, the sun glinting off the ocean as if mocking our inner storms. Adriana and I ventured to the pool deck, seeking normalcy amid the lounging passengers, but the stares lingered like shadows. A woman from dinner approached, her smile too bright. "That was brave last night," she said, but her tone dripped with pity, igniting my defensiveness. Why did our love need validation from strangers? Adriana thanked her politely, but once alone she vented. "It's like we're a spectacle now." Her words echoed my guilt. I turned our private world public without consent. Lunch in a secluded cafe offered respite, but conversations turned heavy. Adriana opened up about her childhood in Brooklyn, where her parents' Catholic faith dictated every norm. "They'd see us as sinners," she admitted, her voice barely above a whisper. I shared my own battles. Growing up in an affluent Connecticut suburb, where appearances trumped authenticity, my father's law firm expected a daughter who married well, not one who loved women. The confessions deepened our connection, yet highlighted the chasms. Inside I wrestled. Is love worth dismantling families? Mid-afternoon, a call from home shattered the fragile peace. My phone buzzed with my mother's number. Gossip had traveled fast via a mutual acquaintance on the ship. "Olivia, what have you done?" she demanded, her voice laced with hysteria. "This phase ends now. Come home alone." The ultimatum hit like a punch. Adriana overheard, her face crumpling. "Tell her about us," she urged, but fear paralyzed me. I hung up, lying that it was work. The deception gnawed. How many lies before trust erodes? We argued again that evening, the cabin walls closing in. "You're still hiding," Adriana accused, her eyes fierce. "Last night's confession was just a show?" I fired back. "I'm protecting us. You think your family would react better." The exchange escalated, words like weapons. She stormed out, leaving me alone with regrets. Pacing, my mind spiraled. What if I lose her? The price of authenticity felt steep, societal chains tightening. Reuniting on the promenade deck under stars, Adriana's apology came first. "I get it, the fear. But we can't keep betraying ourselves." We held each other, the ocean's rhythm soothing, but tension lingered. A fellow passenger, a kind elderly man, shared his story of lost love due to secrecy. "Don't wait," he advised. His words fueled my resolve, but also amplified doubts. Back in the cabin, sleep evaded me, thoughts racing. Sacrifice family for love or vice versa? The third day brought escalation. During a shore excursion in the Bahamas, we tried anonymity, but a shipmate recognized us, whispering to locals. Adriana's discomfort peaked. This isn't freedom, it's exposure. On the beach, she confessed a past fling with a man, pressured by family. I thought it would fix me, she said, tears flowing. The revelation stung, jealousy mixing with empathy. My own secrets surfaced. I'd considered therapy to cure myself. We dissected the ethics. Was denial moral if it spared pain? Returning to the ship, a confrontation awaited. My cousin, also aboard unbeknownst to me, cornered us in the lounge. Auntie called. This stops now, he demanded, his judgment raw. Adriana stood firm. It's our life. But his words pierced. You'll destroy the family. The scene drew eyes, amplifying humiliation. Inside I questioned. Am I selfish for pursuing this? Dinner that night was tense, skipping the captain's table. Alone we planned futures, elope or part ways. Adriana's idealism clashed with my pragmatism. We fight together, she insisted. But doubt whispered. At what cost to her? The moral dilemma deepened. Love freely or conform to avoid hurt? As night fell, a storm brewed outside, mirroring our chaos. Huddled together, we shared vulnerabilities. Adriana admitted fearing societal rejection in her career as a teacher. I confessed job threats from conservative colleagues. The disclosures bonded us, but the price loomed. My inner turmoil peaked. Choose her and risk isolation. Choose safety and lose myself. The fourth morning, calm seas belied the gathering clouds. A workshop on the ship about LGBTQ+ rights inspired hope, but reality intruded. Adriana received an email from her sister. Rumors reached home. Come clean or don't come back, it read. Panic set in. We end this, she suggested in despair. I refused. No, we face it. The back and forth intensified drama. Decisions hanging by threads. Exploring the ship's library, we found books on queer history, fueling discussions. Society changes but slowly, Adriana noted. Yet personal stakes felt immediate. A call to my best friend offered perspective. Love wins, but prepare for losses. Her words echoed, but uncertainty remained. Evening brought a masquerade ball. Masks hiding faces but not emotions. Dancing with Adriana, anonymity allowed freedom, but removing masks revealed truths. A drunk passenger slurred slurs, forcing retreat. The incident crystallized prejudice. Our love, beautiful, invited ugliness. In the cabin, raw honesty prevailed. I can't lose you, I admitted. Adriana echoed. Me neither. But the path forward blurred. Sleep came fitfully, dreams of betrayal haunting. The crew's midpoint had transformed from escape to battlefield. The fifth day unfolded with relentless intensity, the ship's itinerary pushing us toward confrontation. During a yoga session on deck, Adriana and I tried mindfulness, but thoughts intruded like uninvited guests. A participant, sensing our vibe, shared her coming out story. Acceptance after years of strife. The pain fades, she assured. But for us it felt fresh, wounds reopening. Inside I pondered. When does endurance become foolishness? Breakfast brought another blow. Adriana's phone rang with her father's number. She answered, voice steady, but I heard the tremor. Is it true? He barked. She confirmed and silence followed, then disconnection. Tears streamed as she recounted. He said I'm no daughter. The rejection crushed her and me by proxy. My comfort felt inadequate. How do you mend a shattered family? We huddled, the moral weight pressing. Was our happiness immoral if it caused such grief? Seeking solace, we attended a panel on social issues, where speakers debated LGBTQ+ rights. One argued for bold visibility, another for gradual change. Adriana leaned toward the former. Hiding perpetuates hate, I countered. But at personal cost? The debate mirrored our internal conflicts, logic clashing with emotion. Post-panel, a young couple approached, inspired by our bravery. Their admiration clashed with our pain, highlighting the paradox. Symbols for others, sufferers ourselves. Afternoon free time turned introspective. Walking the decks, Adriana confessed a temptation to conform. What if I married a man, kept you secret? The hypothetical stung, betrayal lurking. I admitted similar thoughts. I've considered breaking up to spare you. The admissions exposed vulnerabilities, trust teetering. Yet they deepened understanding. Love amid fear bred desperate ideas. A surprise invitation arrived. Dinner with the captain again, this time private. In his cabin he offered wisdom. I've seen loves lost to society. Fight smart. Over wine we shared stories, his empathy a bomb. But leaving, Adriana whispered. Smart means what? Hiding. The question haunted, ethical lines blurring. Evening entertainment, a theater show provided distraction, but themes of forbidden love hit home. Adriana gripped my hand. This is us. Tears welled, the drama amplifying ours. Post-show a heated discussion ensued. We deserve open love, she insisted. I agreed, but fears voiced. Job loss, social ostracism. The back and forth built tension. No resolution in sight. Night deepened the introspection. In bed, Adriana's whispers revealed depths. I feel guilty for wanting this. I echoed. Me too. The shared shame, born of societal conditioning, fueled resolve yet despair. Dreams that night twisted scenarios. Families accepting or disowning forever. The sixth day ramped up the stakes. A group activity, team-building games, forced interaction. Teamed with judgmental passengers, slights came subtly. You two are close. Adriana snapped back. Yes, in love. The boldness inspired me, but backlash followed, whispers, exclusions. Inside, pride mixed with hurt. Why must we defend our existence? Lunch alone we strategized. Tell your parents everything, Adriana urged. I hesitated. They'll cut me off. The financial dependence loomed, a practical barrier to moral ideals. She revealed her own savings plan for independence. We'll build our life. Her determination clashed with my caution, creating friction. An unexpected ally emerged. The elderly man from before, inviting us for tea. His tales of 1950s repression offered perspective. You have more freedoms now. Use them. Grateful we left empowered, but reality intruded via email. My boss, hearing rumors, questioned my focus. Career threats materialized, panic rising. Evening brought climax buildup. At a formal gala we danced openly, defying stares. A confrontation erupted. My cousin again, publicly denouncing us. Shame on you. Chaos ensued, security intervening. Humiliated, we retreated, Adriana in tears. Is this worth it? My heart screamed yes, but doubt whispered no. In the cabin the argument peaked. You started this, she accused. And I'd do it again, I retorted. Words flew, exposing raw nerves. Reconciliation came slowly, apologies mending fissures. But the damage lingered, trust scarred. As midnight approached, the ship hit rough waters, symbolizing our turmoil. Holding each other, we pondered the future. Elope? Therapy? Separation? No answers emerged, only questions. The cruise, nearing end, forced reckoning. The final full day aboard intensified every emotion. The horizon teasing land and reality. Morning coffee on the balcony, Adriana and I sat in heavy silence. The weight of impending decisions palpable. What now? She asked, eyes searching mine. I had no answer, my mind a battlefield. Stay true to love, or bow to societal pressures? The ethical quandary gnawed. Choices fraught with controversy. A wellness seminar on mental health drew us in. Speakers addressing identity struggles. One story mirrored ours. A woman who lost family but gained self. Regrets? None, she claimed. Adriana nodded vigorously. See? We can do this. But I countered internally. At what emotional toll? Post-session debates raged between us, logic tight but emotions loose. Shore news via Wi-Fi brought external pressures. Articles on rising anti-LGBTQ+ sentiments in states like ours. This is the world we return to, Adriana sighed. Fear escalated, visions of discrimination haunting. We discussed contingencies. Move to a progressive city? The practicality clashed with roots, families tethering us. Afternoon pool time turned confrontational. Overheard slurs from nearby loungers prompted Adriana's stand. Mind your business. The boldness drew applause from some, glares from others. Pride swelled in me, but anxiety followed. We've become activists unwittingly. Inside I questioned. Is confrontation right? Or does it invite more harm? A call from Adriana's sister amplified drama. Dad's heartbroken. Fix this. Please turn to threats. Disinheritance. Adriana hung up resolute. No fixing who I am. Her strength inspired yet terrified me. My own family silent. Ominous or resigned. The uncertainty built suspense. Evening's farewell dinner loomed, captain's table again. We attended defiantly, hands linked. Toasts flowed but undercurrents surged. The woman from before approached. You've inspired me to come out. Her words validated, but the captain's private aside warned. Be cautious ashore. Dual messages confused. Fight or flee. Post-dinner, a walk under stars led to raw confessions. Adriana admitted past resentment toward my hesitation. It feels like you're ashamed. Stung, I revealed my therapy sessions attempting suppression. I fought for us internally. The disclosures healed somewhat, but scars remained. Moral debates ensued. Is partial honesty betrayal? In the cabin, packing symbolized endings. We leave stronger, Adriana claimed. Doubt plagued me, or broken. Sleep evaded, minds racing through scenarios. Acceptance, rejection, compromise. Disembarkation morning arrived with final shocks. At customs, a familiar face. My mother flown in unannounced. We're talking now, she demanded. Panic seized. Adriana's hand steadied me. In an airport lounge, the confrontation unfolded. This isn't you, mother insisted. I countered. It is. Tears, accusations flew. Adriana intervened. Love her as she is. Mother's departure left ambiguity. Think about it. Boarding the flight home, exhaustion hit. Adriana's whisper. We made it through. But had we? The cruise's trials exposed fractures, yet forged resilience. Reflections dominated. Sacrifices made, more ahead. Back in New York, reality crashed. Adriana's family summoned her, mine awaited. Meetings loomed, decisions pending. Inside, turmoil peaked. Choose love, pay the price. Choose conformity, lose soul. The first family dinner post-cruise erupted. My parents grilled. End it. Defiance rose. No. Ultimatums issued. Support withdrawn. Pain seared but freedom beckoned. Adriana faced similar disownment threats. We supported each other via calls, bonds tested. Weeks blurred into battles. Job insecurities, social shunning. Yet moments of joy. Secret dates, affirming friends. The drama crescendoed in a joint confrontation. Both families invited to dinner. Tensions boiled, truths aired. Some softened. Others hardened. Compromises emerged. Time to adjust. But betrayals lingered. A friend outed us further, amplifying scrutiny. Trust eroded, relationships strained. Adriana and I navigated, questioning every step. Months after the cruise, the echoes of that fateful dinner lingered like ghosts in our daily lives. Adriana and I rented a small apartment in Brooklyn, a tentative step toward independence, but the financial strain from cutoffs tested our resolve. We can make it, she assured during late-night budgeting sessions, her optimism a lifeline amid my growing cynicism. Inside I battled. Was this freedom or just a prettier cage? Societal whispers followed us, co-workers' side-eyes, neighbors' judgments, each a reminder of the price we paid. A promotion opportunity at my marketing firm came with strings. Tone down the personal life, my boss hinted. The moral dilemma sharpened. Compromise integrity for stability? Adriana urged resistance. Don't let them win. But bills piled, forcing reconsideration. Her teaching job faced similar scrutiny. Parents complained about her influence. We argued over strategies. Fight publicly or adapt quietly. The tension mounted, decisions carrying weighty consequences. Family reconciliations progressed unevenly. My mother's occasional calls brought tentative olive branches. I miss you. But conditions attached. Leave her. The manipulation stung, inner conflict raging. Blood ties versus chosen love? Adriana's father remained silent, her mother pleading. Come home alone. The emotional blackmail deepened wounds, food for endless introspection. A turning point arrived via a community event. A pride rally in Manhattan. We attended hesitantly, but the energy invigorated. Speeches on resilience mirrored our journey, inspiring Adriana to speak impromptu. Love demands sacrifice but yields truth. Applause followed, but backlash to online trolls' threats. The exposure amplified drama. Heroism or recklessness? Post-rally doubts surfaced. Was that smart? I questioned. Adriana defended. Hiding betrays us. The clash highlighted differences. Her boldness, my caution. Yet it bonded us, navigating the fallout together. Friends rallied, offering support networks we hadn't known existed. Gratitude mixed with regret. Why hadn't we sought this sooner? Career crises peaked when Adriana was placed on leave pending investigation. Unfit role model, the letter read. Fury boiled. This is discrimination. We lawyered up, the battle exhausting but unifying. My own job stabilized after I pushed back, but at cost of relationships. The ethical tightrope: stand firm, risk all, yield, lose self. Personal growth emerged amid chaos. Therapy sessions once solo became joint, unpacking traumas. Adriana admitted internalized homophobia. I confessed people-pleasing roots. The revelations fostered depth, but unearthed pains. Past heartbreaks, suppressed identities. Healing felt nonlinear. Progress interspersed with setbacks. A betrayal blindsided. My cousin leaked private emails to family, twisting narratives. She's manipulating you, they claimed about Adriana. Trust shattered, confrontations ensued. Adriana's loyalty shone. We faced this united, but doubt crept. Were we deluding ourselves? Rebuilding took time. Holidays alone forged new traditions, bittersweet. Calls from allies buoyed. The captain emailed encouragement. Small victories accumulated. Adriana reinstated with apologies, my promotion earned on merit. Yet the core question lingered. Had we chosen rightly? Society evolved slowly, but our lives transformed irrevocably. Losses mourned, family bonds, naivety, but gains celebrated. Authenticity, profound love. In quiet moments, reflections dominated. The cruise's surprise cabin revelation. Our deepened commitment amid shock set the path. Damages tallied. Emotional scars, financial hits. But awakenings too. Self-acceptance, advocacy. As years hinted at mending, tentative family outreach, the journey continued. Love endured, but at steep cost. The drama, once acute, became chronic resilience. Was sacrificing family ties for personal truth ultimately the right choice? Or a selfish act disguised as courage?